tonight. I'm thinking something's not right. You left me stranded. Now I'm all on my own. I can't seem to clear my head. I want you.
Genuinely feel a sense of emotion when you're singing the song, and without genuinely feeling that emotion, the audience can't feel it. So you need to just be real about your experience and be prepared to be a little bit vulnerable, because singing a song is like that. You've got to be vulnerable and be prepared for people to pretty much be inside your head.
Each one's different. Well, sometimes I have a chordal idea that I want to play around with, and then a melody comes and I sort of fiddle around over it or hum a few things over it. Sometimes the words come first and the chords go later, and the melodies or whatever. I tend to probably mull over it for a while and just sort of wander around humming things to myself for a while.
Now I'm on my own. On my own.
I tend to find that the best songs that I write are easy. The ones that take me ages and ages tend to not be that good.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that are left at home. Sitting on top of the piano to be ignored forever, maybe. But the ones that just flow, I think, tend to be the ones that work the best.
I'm on my own. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Shall we go first?
I really like the idea that Sting has when he talks about songs developing a life of their own and the way other people interpret them. I mean, I write most of my songs on guitar, and yet we don't have guitar in the band, so this song has a life of its own already. It's already coming into the band situation. It's going to change from how I originally thought of it anyway, and I really like that about songwriting and trying different feels on and things that just can change the whole impact of the song. It can give you a different focus on a different lyric, which and then changes just everything about it. And I find that exciting because, you know, in 10 years' time, I'd love to be able to be at a gig and do one of the songs that we're putting on this album and just have a totally different take on it and get a real buzz out of that. I think that'd be really exciting.
I knew that something wasn't right. Thank you for leaving. Now I'm on my own. Can't seem to clear my head.
So this is Cole Porter's piano at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel, where we're staying in New York at the moment. Cole Porter wrote some of his best songs, some of my most favourite songs.
What would you do? What could you do? Shoulda, coulda, woulda, with the wisdom of Buddha. What would you do? Surrounded by people, so why do I feel alone? I see their smiling faces, but I just wanna go home. Surrounded by laughter, but my whole heart is dead. Wanna run, wanna hide, I'm screaming inside. Should I just walk away instead? Will somebody tell?
But firstly, I suppose how I approach a song is I try and think about the general sense of the song and the lyrics and how different people would interpret them. As Mark and Beth were saying, that they try not to be too specific. I sometimes do think of very specific things to convey the emotion, because I think without something specific in your head, it's really hard to connect the emotion to the
Could you walk 12 miles in my shoes? Could you play 12 bars in my blues? Could you watch 12 hours of my news? Could you make time?
We like to get a very full sound, a very even dynamic sound. It could be a big band playing one song, there could be an orchestral string section playing on another, there might be a choir. And so you really have to think about what you're going to play very critically.
What would you do? What could you do? Shoulda, coulda, woulda with the wind.
To be honest, when you pare something back and you take away all the frills and all the flurries that you don't really need, but you kind of put there because you think it adds to it, it really means so much more and gives so much more meaning to what you do play. And it just makes it groovier.
I do lie in bed at night with just lyrics going round and round in your head, and then what I do now is I get up and write them down if I think it's a good line. Otherwise in the morning I can't remember, and that's really frustrating because I think that could have been a #1 hit, that song, and now I've forgotten it.
I've got